At 400 hours, under overcast skies and a rolling curtain of ECM interference, the U.S. 3rd Armored Division launched Operation Iron Corridor, a full-scale offensive through the Fulda Gap. The objective: break through Soviet lines, encircle the forward elements of the 8th Guards Army, and create a land corridor toward West Berlin. The attack began with a rolling barrage. M109A6 Paladin self-propelled howitzers unleashed over 2,000 rounds in the first hour, targeting known Soviet artillery emplacements, HQ nodes, and suspected SAM sites near Hunfeld and Geisa. Signals intelligence coordinated with aerial reconnaissance to vector and fire missions in real time. At 0445, the armored spearhead moved out. Task Force Steel led the charge, with the 3rd Battalion, 33rd Armor Regiment fielding M1A1 Abrams tanks supported by mechanized infantry from the 4th Battalion, 32nd Infantry, and M2 Bradleys. Combat engineers from the 23rd Engineer Battalion accompanied the lead elements to breach obstacles and deploy bridge systems under fire. Scout units from the 4th Squadron, 7th Cavalry moved ahead, relaying enemy positions via UAV and OH-58D Kiowa Warrior. The terrain of the Fulda Gap, a mix of open farmland, forested ridges, and narrow passes, became a tactical chessboard. Outside Rasdorf, the lead column encountered a dug-in battalion of Soviet T-80BV tanks supported by BMP-2 IFVs. The Soviets had set up a reverse-slope defense. Abrams tanks crested the hill in staggered wedges, opening fire with depleted uranium sabot rounds. The first T-80s were destroyed at 2,000 meters. In just 6 minutes, 17 Soviet vehicles were knocked out. The 432 Infantry advanced under fire, dismounting behind burning farmhouses and sweeping tree lines with M249 saws and Dragon ATGMs. Soviet dismounts returned fire from reinforced trenches, but the Bradley's 25mm Bushmasters and coaxial tow missiles dismantled the defense. Soviet counter-battery fire intensified. 2 S-19 Mista S howitzers rained deepa ice across supply lines. Convoys of M977 H&TTs darted from cover to resupply the front. At one point, a Soviet MiG-27 strike destroyed a U.S. maintenance platoon, repairing disabled Abrams tanks, reminding commanders that the air war was far from secure. Still, momentum built. Overhead, F-15C Eagles held air superiority, and A-10s of the 81st Tactical Fighter Wing strafed Soviet convoys with deadly accuracy. A bridge at Vacha was taken intact by a combined engineer and recon team, allowing the 33rd Armor to cross the Wera River without delay. By hour 36, the Americans had crossed into Thuringia, punching through a hastily assembled second line from the 39th Guards Motor Rifle Division. Soviet logistics were stretched thin, fuel convoys hit by F-111 strikes, frontline units running dry. On the third day, the 3rd Armored Division reached Brandenburg's outer defenses. Berlin was just 90 kilometers away. NATO had breached the Fulda Gap, dismantled 3 Soviet regiments, and shattered their operational front. For the first time in the war, NATO was on the offensive, and Berlin wasn't just surviving, it was about to be reinforced.